Hello everybody and welcome to our special Derby final night preview programme. Delighted to have Tony Bullen alongside me and well, we're finally here.
Yeah, it's been a long process, but the last six are standing and it looks a cracking final. The trap draws are very intriguing and made a best dog win on the night.
Well, that's exactly it, isn't it? And hopefully the best dog will win and we'll have a fair fight in the final. We're going to take a look at the main event, the 2020 Derby, and let's take a look at the final. As we can see, lots of different numbers on there with the best sectional, best time, the current odds as well as we record this. And it'll all be getting underway at 9:11, the Star Sports and Arc Derby final with Southwood Jet in Trap 1. And we're going to have to wind back to the atrocious conditions in which he scored in his semi-final victory last weekend. 29.64 the winning time.
Gates lift off and racing, not the bullshit with a lively break. Whoosh upon the inside though. Southwood Jet shows early pace into the turn and will grab the lead. Trouble there at the back for Not the Bullshit, who cannoned into Dean Ridge Rapid down the far side. Southwood Jet with a 2-length lead. Coolavanny Chick now is in pursuit. In behind these then comes 5. Distant Village looking for room. Also staying on his Ballydoyle Valor, turning for the judge. Southwood Jet is 2 lengths clear. Ballydoyle Valor is thundering home. Southwood Jet wins for Richard Rees, remains unbeaten throughout the Derby, and 4 out of 4 from Track 1 at Collick Park.
Some achievement, isn't it, to go unbeaten throughout the competition. 29.64, obviously that's been readjusted from the 29.97 on the night to Tony, and my goodness, wading through the water there.
Yeah, well, he proved he could swim when he waded through the wet conditions when it was 120 slow in the first round. And what a dog he's been. Made a winning debut at Hove and gone from strength to strength. The perfect specimen of a greyhound. Hit top gear as quickly as you can and stay in front. And
with the Derby comes the fairy tale and the story, and I suppose you go back to the Rees family and it's all there.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a sensational story. There's always some sort of story behind the Derby, but that would be unique. Phil Rees Senior, Phil Rees Junior, and Richard Rees is looking to complete the set, and obviously son Charlie is a kennel hand as well, so great times.
All the babies. Deerjet Sydney next up then for Pat Buckley. We're going to wind back. We're going to look at all of the finalists in winning form, and this is going back to the second round where he was ahead of Troy Firebird and Clara Icon.
Gates lift off from racing and he's popped out. Deerjet Sydney claims the inside running rail and goes on. Troy Firebird race on now, turns into pitch. Bit of trouble out back there for Vic's Charm as they go down the far side. It's Deerjet Sydney for that man Pat Buckley, who's shot 5 lengths clear into the third turn. Troy Firebird's a comfortable second. In behind these trying to stay on now is Clara Icon for local handler Peter Harnden. But up towards the line, Deerjet Sydney, Pat Buckley. He's got 6 out of 6 so far in the Derby.
It feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? But what a night it was for Pat Buckley. He's tried so many times to come to England and go back to Ireland with an Irish Derby winner.
Yeah, he's won the Irish, he's won the Scottish Derby, he's gone very close to winning an English Derby. His team really hit the ground running. He's got 1 left standing, but what a performer in Deerjet Sydney. We'll be looking to seize the rails off Southwood Jet, but he's getting more intelligent the more looks round Nottingham. A massive player.
And now we go back to the second round for Ballydoyle Valor, who was favoured on the night for Graham Holland when he got the better of Amca Roth and Final Mad.
And away and racing, and Final Mad gets a lively break. Ballydoyle Valor also up there in a prominent role as they hit the first turn. It is now Ballydoyle Valor on the shoulder of Final Mad, who sets the pace down the far side, trying to get away. And then in behind these comes Amca Roth looking to qualify. Adrala Jim is next to the back marker King Cash. Round the last 2 curves and still Final Mad trying to fend off the attentions of the strong running Ballydoyle Valor, who's now straightening up and powering down the home rein. And now Graham Holland in the orange vest will score with Ballydoyle Valor.
That was Ballydoyle Valor coming from Trap 5 and of course drawn in Trap 3 for the final. The best recent time for him throughout the competition, 29.66 and double figure odds.
Valor by name, Valor by nature, really. Rachel, this dog's a real battler. He's competed at the highest level throughout his career. Needs a bit of luck obviously, from that slot, but he ran a blinder in the semi-final in the wet conditions. And Graham Holland's not been one that represents the English Derby a lot, but in recent years he's gone close. Clare's Rocket, obviously, and Ballydoyle Valor, he's there on merit.
He certainly is. And we know what he did, of course, at Shelburne only a few months ago. So they'll be looking, they'll be mad keen to get another one. And of course, here in England. Now, he's got 2 chances, 2 bullets to fire. And here is Wolf. And this is the semi-final from last week, getting the better of Deerjet Sydney and Smurf's Machine.
And they race away, and a good start from Smurf's Machine, who goes flying into the first turn just in front of 3 Wolf. They just slightly collide there, and Smurf's Machine with the advantage. He is around about a length and a half clear from Wolf, who's going to come up on the inside into the third turn to challenge. In behind these comes Deerjet Sydney, and then a gap back to Lenson Whelan. They come close together there. Wolf on the inside, Smurf's Machine on the outside. Wolf now going on from Deerjet Sydney, and Smurf's Machine back for more. But it is Wolf who goes into the final, a winner for Graham Holland. Looked like it was close between Deerjet Sydney and Smurf's Machine for the qualifying spots.
Some run, big performance. Wolf landing the second semi-final last week, and Deerjet Sydney in behind, favoured of course going through. Smurf's Machine was beaten further back and neck. Now Deerjet Sydney was on the outside of Wolf in last week's semi-final.
Yeah, what a performer Wolf is. He won the Easter Cup, enjoyed his moment in the spotlight. He ran in the second round of the Derby last year, where it was that most talked about race, where he just lost focus, and he ended up finishing second in the Derby plate. But he's back to his very best, and it's going to take a big run to stop him if he goes round in a handy
It's
position.
amazing they've kept, persevering with him, I guess, after that, but also looking to November 16 on his card.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but again, you look at his CV, he's competed at the highest level. I think Connections get a little bit frustrated that run in the second round when he was eliminated last year, because take that away, what the dog's achieved on the track, but it keeps getting mentioned every time. But again, Graham Holland, Clombering Prince reached the final last year, but ended up in trap 6. But I think Graham would be very happy with his pair.
It might never be mentioned again if he was to land the Star Sports and Arc Derby final on Saturday night. Now we move on to Smurf's Machine for Seamus Cahill, and I suppose the key thing, he's been there, he's done it. 29.59, the best time throughout the competition, and we're going to look back on that quarter-final performance, getting the better of Churchill Holly and Ballydoyle Valor.
And away and racing, a flyer on the outside from Smurf's Machine. Early pace from Churchill Holly into the turn, and these do battle into the initial opening curves. And Smurf's Machine for Seamus Cahill down the far side has a 2-length lead from the orange of Churchill Holly, who's now trying to dive up on the inside into the penultimate turn. Ballydoyle Valor, he's stalking back in third, and these are pulled well clear of the chasing pack headed by Amca Rove. Up towards the line, Smurf's Machine is going to see it well. Churchill Holly got second and Ballydoyle Valor was third. Wow, well done to Seamus and the team.
Yeah, well done to Seamus and the team. I don't think they ever expected that they would be having this dog in the final, listening to some of their comments kind of building up and actually through the competition. But my goodness, they're there with a huge chance.
I think he was purchased to do big things, this dog. I mean, when he first arrived on the scene, he put up some decent sprint trials in qualifying at Hove, but took an age to put that into practice under race conditions. But the penny sort of dropped at Central Park, and he's really taken a shine to Nottingham, starting to perform with more consistency at the boxes. And again, he's got to be a big player. The Astute Missile won the 2017 Derby at Toaster for Seamus. There was a rainbow in the background, and it's a brilliant story. There won't be no rainbow, obviously, under lights, but could be another fantastic performance from Smurf's Machine.
There'll be a £50,000 pot of gold for him if he is to kick on and win. Coolavanny Chick, we're going to move on to the fourth of the Irish contenders, of course, in this year's final. 29.72, the best time throughout the competition, and hailing from the Noel Hare Kennel. Let's see, Coolavanny Chick, the only bitch left in the competition, winning the second round ahead of Antigua Boy and New and Jacko.
And as they race away into the first turn, it's 6 on the outside. Coolavanny Chick getting a good start, looking to lead and get across, and does so. Coolavanny Chick, the Irish Raider, going on from one Antigua Boy, who's now trying to show good middle gears and challenge into the third turn. They're clear from Nguyen Jacko, but it is Six who cuts across his rival there. She's gone on. Coolavanny Chick kicking on again. Antigua Boy coming back for more, but up towards the line. She proves strong in the closing stages. Coolavanny Chick has beaten Antigua Boy, and Nguyen Jacko has qualified back in third.
And I guess it was an idea for the preview show to look at all greyhounds winning, which is something they'll be hoping they can achieve again one more time, one last push. Southwood Jet, obviously the only one in there that's going unbeaten in the competition. And
she's the sole bitch to have made the final, Coolavanny Chick. But she's a nice size bitch. She's nearly 32 kilos, 31 and a bit kilos. So she's big enough and brave enough to put the gents firmly in their place. She's a progressive sort, got a bit of early, stays. She took a little bit of a false step for me at the third bend in the semi-final, but she's there. You've got a week with your dog, and I think Noel Hare will be delighted.
Well, people will be watching and maybe not really all that involved in greyhound racing. You know, the derby kind of gets everybody interested. Coolavanny Chick, do bitches win derbies?
Well, not many, but she's there on merit and with solid claims because she does stay. And she's been going to the bend pretty well. So she's not been conceding the ground and running on late, but I think she's probably going to need a little bit of jostling up front, but you've got to be in it to win it.
Many months ago, we were talking whether we'd have a derby, but better late than never, absolutely. Who wins it?
I like Red. I championed Red from the very first. I was in the studio when he made the winning debut at Hove, and he just looks like a dog to me. He'll bust the gut to get to the front. And although Deerjet Sydney does look for the inside, I've noticed that he's not severely. He did straighten up the other night, so I just think one goes round in front, and
I think
looks like a dog that doesn't get past.
Watching Deerjet Sydney last week, I think he's getting a little bit cute. He's learning. I like him. I fancy him for the competition. I think there'd be a serious celebration if Pat Buckley could finally do it. And I really like the dog. I think he's a proper greyhound. So looking forward to a wonderful final. But as ever, always great excitement with the gala night, of course, the Nottingham card, with so much class and quality on show. We're going to take a look at the Derby Plate, and sponsored by RPG TV. And the semi-finals, of course, we're going to wind back on last week in Doolin Duke for Pat Buckley, sent off the 5-6 favourite. And I'll tell you what, made no mistake, was a very impressive winner on the night. Got the better of Look Like Power, came from trap 2 for Jimmy Fennick. And Faughan Rebel did qualify, big performance in trap 6.
And they race away with 4 Doolin Duke getting the first to break the tapes into the turn, looking to clear the 3, and does so. Chops across Hope's Bullet, was forced to check there, and away and gone. Doolin Duke races into a 5-length lead at the halfway stage, ahead of 2 and 3 who are racing for places. 6 on the outside, 4 and Rebel looking to stay on, but Doolin Duke, he's got his set sight on gold here. He's a furlong clear. Doolin Duke, for that man Books, is going to go and win. 4 from 2, Look Like Power qualifies back in second. And the third spot there was 4 in Rebel. It's a 4-2-6 order.
It sure was, and Faughan Rebel did qualify, so will be a big runner for Richard Yates as well. But a long way clear. He turned this into a bit of a procession, Tony.
He did that in the very first round of the Derby. Again, through the slow conditions, he ploughed through them, but didn't quite happen for him in the second round. He ran a blinder to qualify in the heats of the Derby Plate and showed what he's capable of. When he traps on terms, he's going to be difficult to beat.
Let's take a look at the other 3 in the final. Katunda Logan, the winner of the second semi-final for John McGee, beating Vixen's Lad and Hope's Doggy.
And they're away, and it's Katunda Logan, the first to break the tapes. From up on the outside, Wakiki Lad rushing into the turn along with Hope's Doggy. A bit of argy-bargy there involving Swanley Flight and Bower Luke at the back, as down the far side Katunda Logan has gone around about 4 lengths clear from Vixen's Lad, showing good middle gears, and sets out after the leader now as they come off the last turn. The blue jacket of Katunda Logan is still 4 lengths clear, maintaining the gallop all the way to the wire, and it's Katunda Logan that wins it from a fast finish. Vixen's Lad, and back in third was Hope's Doggy.
Well, looking at the driving rain there, let's hope that the weather's a little bit kinder this weekend. This is the lineup for the RPGTV Derby Plate final. Vixen's Lad in 1, Tunda Logan in 2, 3 Look Like Power, Hope's Doggy in 4, Doolin Duke in 5, and Faughan Rebel at 14-1.
The Irish raided the Derby proper. Now they're holding all the trump cards in the Derby Plate. Tunda Logan looks like should lead up 1 and 3. But if Doolin Duke traps in the fashion that he did on Saturday, I think Doolin Duke, the clock suggests that Doolin Duke will take all the beating. But another big run from Vixen's Lad there. He's got a good draw on the inside and really stays well from halfway.
OK, Doolin Duke for me as well, going with the Pat Buckley double with the Derby and the Derby Plate. Now, we're talking about the support card, all about the class, but this time, all about the potential and the promise. Let's take a look at the Puppy Trophy then. And the favourite is in Trap 5, Antigua Bruiser, 15-8, who's been really shining of late.
Yeah, Antigua Bruiser, he ran in the Puppy Cup at Romford, but always looked the dog that was going to fare better over a stiffer 4 bends. 1 for gold. He took his chance well, made it 3rd time lucky, only in April 19. Finals of Phonic threw down a serious challenge from halfway, but 1 for gold seemed to just kick again. And Ballydoyle Razor ran a blinder behind Antigua Bruiser, and Arthur Sprout came from a long way back to win her respective heat. This usually throws up a few decent types. I think Ice on Fire ran in this
Decent
event
enough.
last year. So, yeah, there's 1 or 2 decent types lurking in that race as well.
Well, we could see a star unearthed then in the RPGTV Puppy Trophy final on Saturday night. We'll also be looking forward to the Stairs Trophy final, and we are without Trap 4. Sadly, Ballydoyle B has been withdrawn from the final, and it's all about Roxholm Christoph 4-9. I haven't seen a greyhound win as far as that for a long time.
Absolutely breathtaking. Made your hair stand up on the back of your arms and legs. It was just that good a run. I mean, it wasn't like he beat average dogs. I mean, Zaskandil, the Regency winner, he absolutely put them to the sword, and what a time. He's impossible to oppose. I mean, if he's going to lead over these distance of ground, the 3 steps to victory winner is going to be a very, very formidable force on the staying scene.
Exciting to see him show his class, I think, last weekend. And of course, will be the red-hot favourite for the RPGTV Stairs Trophy final. Now, the final race we're going to have a little look at for our preview. Westmead Legacy final, and this time round we've got quite an open lineup, an open market at this point anyway, with Boca Junior, Acom Jenny just about shading it, but looks like all 6 of these could be in with a good chance, Tony.
Yeah, very competitive affair. I mean, Boca Junior will leave the rails, just take a middle course on the dash to the bend, but I like the way he ran the first 2 bends. He wasn't moving off around the first couple of bends, and I think he's the one to beat in this competitive final. Acom Winston is a dog that I really like. I'm a major fan of. Runner-up in the produce final at Swindon. But I just thought kennelmate Acom Jenny might just prove a hindrance for him around the first couple of bends. And I think Boca Junior might just steal first run and go about his business down the far side. But I don't think you could rule any of the 6 runners out in this particular final.
So hopefully that has whet the appetite for what's to come here on Racing Post Greyhound TV on Saturday night. We very much hope we'll have your company, and we'll certainly have yours.
Yeah, let's just hope it's a nice weather, no fireworks going off, and all dogs give a good account of themselves.
Yeah, and terrific action on the track. Good luck to everyone involved on Saturday night. Thanks for watching.
Racing Post Greyhound Television, brought to you in association with Bet365.com, Betfair, Betfred, Coral, Ladbrokes, Paddy Power, Unibet, and William Hill.